All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brett, and this is the Christian Rebel. I hope all of you are having a blessed day. And so, bear with me. I'm fighting a little bit of a cold here tonight when I'm recording this. So, I watched the Joe episode with Joe Rogan and Mel Gibson again, and I heard something today. After watching it a second time, that I found very interesting. Joe Rogan asked Mel Gibson uh, a very interesting question. So I thought I'd share it with you and give you my take on it. He also talks about evolution a little bit. So, but the most important thing is the question he asked Mel Gibson. So let's listen to that, and I'll give you my take.
So there's a lot of mercy.
What about people that never experienced Christianity? What about the uncontacted people?
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Some guy in the jungle.
Yeah.
It's been known that it's called invincible ignorance because they don't know what the truth is.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually never heard that term, invincible ignorance, but that question that Mel Gibson asked, what about people who've never heard the gospel or never experienced the gospel? Is it possible that they could still be saved, even if they've never heard the gospel? Got some Bible verses for you, but let's continue.
You know, it's possible that they can be saved as well.
So what are your thoughts on evolution?
Wow.
Yeah.
The Darwin thing?
Yeah.
I don't really go for it.
Right there with you, Mel, because to me, it's just like creation needed a creator, it needed a designer. All I have to do is look out my window and see the proof of God's creation. When I take a hike through nature, I don't buy it that it just came out of nothing or a big bang or whatever. I just don't buy it.
No?
Yeah. Ice Age dinosaurs, what did they turn into? I mean, things became extinct at some point. I don't think I was some kind of legless thing that crawled out of the ocean. I don't think I came from that. I think I was created.
Do you think other things were legless things that came out of the ocean? Do you think like multi-celled organisms came out of single-celled organisms and there was some sort of a natural selection and random mutation and it led to everything else but us?
Sure, look at gain of function.
Right.
You can make stuff happen.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I thought that was interesting that Mel Gibson didn't believe in or agree with evolution. But the part that I want to focus on is what the question that Joe Rogan asked Mel was a very important question. So let's hear it one more time.
Criminal, all that stuff. There's a lot of mercy.
What about people that never experienced Christianity? What about the uncontacted people?
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
So what about those people who've never heard the gospel, never experienced Christianity, never heard about Jesus coming down and dying for them? Are there Bible verses that explain what happens to those people? Are they saved? So I want to share Romans chapter 1 with you because it explains what it says, God's wrath against sinful humanity. Let's start at verse 18 of Romans chapter 1. So are people saved that never heard the gospel? Romans chapter 1, verse 18, the wrath of God is being revealed from heaven against all the godliness and wickedness of people who suppress the truth by their wickedness, since what may be known about God is plain to them, because God has made it plain to them. Verse 20, for since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, eternal power, and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse. So does that mean through God's creation we can know God and be saved? Verse 21 says, for although they knew God, they neither glorified him as God nor gave thanks to him, but their thinking became futile and their foolish hearts were darkened. That's interesting. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse. Are people without excuse because of creation? Now, can people out there in the jungle see the creation and say, there's something more out there? Could they believe in God through creation? I want you guys to comment below, and I wanted to share this with you and get your take on this. Can people become saved that have never heard the gospel? Are they without excuse? According to verse 20, they are without excuse because they can see God through his creation. All right, guys, I love you. I'm praying for you. Always choose that narrow path. Be a rebel and follow Jesus. Please like, subscribe, and share if you like good Christian content. And then until next time, you guys keep the faith.